Just like to start saying this is an unbelievable place to hold training camp. The setup's unbelievable. Like, rooms right here, beautiful fields here. We had a good day in pads, first day, so it's exciting to get started.
How much autonomy has John Gruden given you to sort of almost be the head coach of the defense, knowing that he's an offensive guy?
Yeah, he's heavily involved in the offense. Obviously, we communicate every day with what we're doing on defense, but I pretty much stay on everything that's going on over there. But we communicate each and every day of what's going in, so we're working together in practice and making sure we're getting the proper looks for Derek.
How does that compare to previous stops for you in terms of that autonomy?
It's very similar. I worked with Marvin. Obviously, he was a defensive coach, but
Right.
Marvin kind of went with both sides at times. So I would say it's a little different.
What's Gary on feeling like?
He's got a little hip strain there, so it's unfortunate. He made a good play on the ball in a one-on-one drill and just bumped his hip a little bit, so he won't be out for too long. But we got a lot of guys working out there at corner. It's going to be a good battle to see who comes out of it.
See Daryl out there, I guess, instead of him. What do you like out of him?
He's just he's played a lot of football, and he's an experienced guy. He's big and long, and he's really starting to pick up the system last couple of days.
A lot of experienced guys,
Yeah.
guys who you've had before. When you're installing a new defense, how important is it to have guys who've been through it before?
Well, it's very important because you got, I always say about this, a player's game. So when you have guys that really understand the details of everything, obviously we haven't been through a season with some of the guys who were here last year. Some of the things that come up, whether it be in the locker room or in the meeting room, I may say, hey, do you remember when this happened 2 years ago against Atlanta? And we recall those things. So it's very helpful to have guys that are in the infantry line there to help us out.
I'm sure you've been through before. How hard is it when arguably your best defensive player isn't here yet? What can you do in terms of getting through it, knowing he's coming?
True. I really can't worry about that right now. It's going to be Reggie's deal, and I'm just trying to coach the guys that are out here. Obviously, when he gets here, if he gets here, he'll be an exciting piece to add, for sure.
You've seen a lot of Arden Keeve. Today was your first day seeing him in pads. What has Arden shown you?
He's a talented rusher, as we know. That's why we drafted him. He's doing a good job of playing the runs, how we want him to play the runs. We know he can rush. He's special that way. So obviously we came out here in pads today. He showed the same thing he did in shorts. So it's exciting to have him out there.
That's a big test for guys. Like you see one thing in shorts and then you want to see it carry over.
Yeah, no question. It's a different game when you're in pads. So whether it be a 9-on-7 drill or pass rush drill, whatever it is, it's better to do in pads because that's how we play on Sunday.
Well, what have you thought about Bruce Irvin's first few days?
He's had a tremendous camp so far. The other day we had a backed up drill. He got the ball out of the back on a strip, and he intercepted the ball coming out of there on a blitz. So and scored with it. So he's been a tremendous leader for us. I'm glad to have him on my side.
A lot's going to be made of the potential for Khalil in this defense, but what do you think Bruce is capable of this year, especially moving into more of a front rushing defensive end position?
Yeah, I just think, when I watched him, when I took the job and I watched him, I said, I did him in college coming out of West Virginia, and obviously, I was pushing to draft him in Cincinnati. He went to Seattle before us, so I just think his best gift is going forward, and that's what he should be doing each and every down. So instead of playing linebacker, dropping off in coverage, we got to utilize really his and everybody else's talents to the best we can, whether it's 10 snaps a game or 50 snaps a game, whatever it may be. That's kind of what we have here. We got a lot of different abilities on the defensive side, and it's our job and my job as the coordinator to get these guys in the best position as you see with what they got.
You like about Tank Carradine since he's been here?
Tank's, he's a physical player in there. Over the tight ends, tough to block for a tight end. He's picked it up. He's smart. He's understand our defense, all the different blitzes and coverages and fronts that we're running. So he's been a real good surprise for us.
Dexter saw quite a bit of playing time last year. What have you seen?
Excuse me?
Dexter saw quite a bit of playing time last year.
Yeah.
What have you seen from
He's done good. I will tell you, the corner job is wide open. It's wide open. So it's going to be exciting to see who comes to the top of that battle. He's in it. All those guys are battling each and every day, and it'll be exciting to see when the preseason games come what happens.
Cornerback, do you have a philosophy of whether you want guys to stay on the same side or follow receivers, or is it game plan? How does that?
I've done both. I've kept guys left and right. I've had guys locked on one guy. So I've done both, just depending on the difference in the ability of one guy to another. And really, the way we teach our system is we teach it in progressions. So the corners understand, hey, if I'm playing over that widest receiver or the number 2 receiver or the number 3 receiver, what's my responsibilities and all those things. So we have the ability to do that.
You worked as an offensive coach early with
Yeah.
Marvin and Washington.
Yes, I did.
How, as a defensive-minded guy, to spend 2 years
2 years.
in the offensive side room, how does that make you? How do you think that made it better as a defensive coach?
I think it's made me way better. I always told any of my buddies in coaching, if you ever have a year off and as a defensive coach, go somewhere, even if you're not employed, go somewhere and learn offense. Because for the 2 years I was with Coach Spurrier as a head coach, I learned all the protections and how the line's supposed to set and what the running back's supposed to look at in a run game. So having understood all those things and taking all those notes, you can kind of defend against those type of things. You know, how the center's supposed to set in a protection or the tackle, or who the back has. He's blocking these 2 guys. So that's it's a huge advantage for me.
It's fair to say it adds a dimension in your conversations with the players. You can tell them exactly what that offensive lineman is trying to do.
No doubt. No doubt, and you relate. And it's not what I know; it's what I can get relayed to those guys. So it's important that the way we teach this thing is in progression. So these guys are really working hard. I like the group of guys I got, and they come to work. They take great notes. They ask questions, and they're hungry, which is most important.
Derek Carr said yesterday that his goal is to make your lunch taste a little worse every day. I guess my question is, how's your lunch taste at this camp?
Well, after today's practice, I'll probably skip lunch, which I could probably use skipping lunch. But it's good competition. John and Derek are teaming up, and it's fun each and every day to go out and compete against. He's a hell of a player. He gets him in and out of plays all the time, and good plays, which is good for our defense. But it's a great challenge every day because he's one of the best at it.
How much of an asset is it to have a guy like Marcus Gilchrist and his versatility?
Yeah.
Kind of move him around?
No, he's been tremendous. I'll tell you, I told Marcus, I said, when you're done playing, I'm going to hire you as a coach because he's smart. He understands the big picture. He can play nickel, safety, corner. So when you have a guy like that, you can utilize him against tight ends or receivers or backs coming out of the backfield. So he's been a great asset for us.
Given what happened last year, I know you say it's minor, but how important is it for Conley to get back for just the reps and to get into this?
No doubt. I mean, it's unfortunate. He went down with the injury the other day, and we're going to try to get him back on the field and make sure he's in the meeting rooms taking notes and understanding that he's not getting behind with the techniques of what we're teaching.
What are your first impressions of Nick Nelson?
Well, Nick's he's been doing a lot of studying in the off season. Obviously, he came out the first couple of days just getting the rust off a little bit, and so he's doing a good job for us the last couple of days, being out there in full practice. He's playing some nickel on outside corner for us, so he's been doing good, right where we want him to be.
What would you say is the most difficult thing for the guys who are carrying over from last year to this year in terms of adjusting to your system? What do you think the guys are going to get hung up on most?
I didn't really ask much. Because when you change coaches wherever it is, it's part of the NFL. Yeah. I can't go through everything that they were taught last year, so I kind of didn't worry about it. Yeah. I said, hey, erase everything that you had from last year. We're going to start this book new, the new chapter. We're going to write every chapter as we go. So I can't really answer the question because I didn't really ask the players much that way. We just say we're going to start new here, and this is what we're going to do.
In terms of installing a defense, what do you think is the thing that you're going to challenge them the most with? Is it the physicality?
For sure. That's number one, being smart, situationally, understanding. I always tell them, hey, I'm gonna give you a game plan sheet every week, and I'm going to tell you why I'm calling these things. Just don't say, hey, and I want you to ask me, what are you looking for here? And it's important that they understand it because they're playing.
Yeah.
So.
There's obviously a lot of responsibility on your linebackers to execute this thing, right?
Yep.
You have a young guy in Mark Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
How's he done with that aspect of it, especially playing in the middle?
He's doing tremendous. I mean, we're utilizing all the linebackers in different packages. So, like I said, we may have 3 different linebackers on first down than we would have on third down. So that's, to me, is the greatest thing with the guys we have, with the difference in abilities across the room and across the board in the room. So Markel's smart. He can make us all the calls and get us set up to go.
How's Obi developing?
He's doing good. Obviously he missed a lot of the spring, so this training camp's going to be very important for him, and he's going to have an opportunity in the preseason to go out there early in games and see what he can show.
But part of the vision with him early was having him be a guy who can really match up against tight ends, the size speed combination.
Yep.
Is that something that the staff sees as well, or how do you think, is it too early to say how he?
You know, you can't just go in a game and say, hey, I'm going to utilize this guy against the tight end. So he's got to learn the whole thing and then go, because obviously offenses will adjust once they see that. So his main thing is to understand the techniques and all the coverages that we're teaching, being in the right spot, and then working some man-to-man in there against the tight ends. But like I said, we got a lot of guys working out here, and like I told the players in the meeting, there's no job secure. So whether you're a first-round pick, a free agent, I'm going to pick the best how many guys they give me.
Lots of made about Derek Carr being able to do a little bit more audibling at the line this season. What does that do for you as a defense facing you to practice?
Oh, it's like I said, the players understand we might have to get in and out of calls some. But like I said, he's tremendous to go against every day. He's smart, you know. Every now and again we'll fool him, but not very often. So he's a good player that way.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.